Okay, everyone, here we are in Watercolors. I hope you're all relaxed. I hope you all are sitting on the couch with a glass of wine, a beer, margarita, whatever, mojito, whatever your summer drink is. Bobby and I are...
Can you believe we get more to show you?
So here we are standing in front of Watercolors, a proven, super successful collection. And we're really excited to expand on all of our successes and bring you some great new products for this collection. Again, neutrality of the colors. It really goes with a lot of different looks, all different hues of this blue-green, color of the ocean, the water. And I think that's why people have really loved our Watercolors collection since we first brought it out. It continues to retail turn, and I think you're going to really be excited about all these new things. So why don't we start on the table here and talk about a few of the things here. First of all, we have our napkin ring. This is a ceramic napkin ring. It's all hand painted, and so you can see that all the different brush strokes there. And we picked four different shells right here, and it's just a really well-priced, simple, iconic piece.
I love that napkin ring because when you take it off, when someone pulls their napkin, this sits nicely on the table and is a table decoration.
Also done in ceramic. Here we have a dish here, and this is actually great. It could be used for actually on the counter in a bathroom, on a table for nuts or sauces or different things. And there's
salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. So many different things. And the detail on it is what the detail, and then this iridescent coloring, you know, is just wonderful for it. So easy to pick up, and a great, again, a great gift. Right behind it, we have some personal care, and we did a little differently. By the way, this liquid won't be green; it's going to be a clear color, so it will go really nicely along with the collection. We narrowed the assortment just to include the 3 best items: the shower gel, lotion, and hand and nail cream. Still super well priced, and again it has just a great pattern on it. These all have a freshwater scent. It's just a beautiful scent. I don't remember if you're going to have samples of this to share the scent at this point in time. It's a freshwater, really pleasant scent, and we're using it on a few different items. The next item I want to show you is in the back. Okay, and this really started our whole entertaining, giftable product line that we've been doing so well with, and it was really the cutting board along with a server. And so I just have to emphasize, first of all, the packaging. Here is the packaging. Okay, it comes in a gorgeous lift-off box.
The inside of the box is so attractive.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those gifts that any of us would be so proud in giving. Hopefully I can open this up without too much trouble. Great, so it has the acetate cover to protect it. This is actually in place, and so it really can't be taken apart in the store. And then there's an easy thing to lift out, so you can lift out the product. The back is nice and clean. It's a cutting board or serving board. It could be used for a bar board, to cut on, or with cheese. And so it ends up being such a great gift, and that's why we're doing it in several different patterns. And so this is our coral leaf cheese platter, and we also have 2 other designs up behind here, but you have them in the catalog, and you can see them clearly. Then over here we have a cutting board. Okay, these are all done. I forgot the type of wood they are. We love the shape of them, and people are just hanging things in the kitchen boards. It's much easier to have one out, easily accessible. And so this comes with a great tie here. It's again in the watercolors, really neutral coloring, and then the wood here. We're selling this as a set of 2. They're kind of meant to look like paddles. There's a real surprise behind it, and that's the whale wall hook. The whale tail wall hook.
Or mermaid tail.
Or mermaid tail wall hook. I think they're assorted 2 colors. If not, then just go with the catalog. And they're done in metal, and you just screw it onto the wall here. It has a very rough finish to it, so I just want everyone to be sure to talk about that. When they're talking about the product, a nice heavy weight to it. This is like a cast metal material, and so That's an exciting new item.
And the blue, which is up there, is a very,
there's the
very
other color.
neutral color.
This is like a celadon green blue. It's on the greener side of the range of the hues that we're talking about. So yes, there is the other color. Lamps, as I mentioned earlier, we did some additional accent lamps in each collection, and this is a sea urchin. Okay, and we stack these shells, and they have a just an interesting finish here to them. It's on an acrylic base there, a clear acrylic base, if you can get that. I'm going to stand in front of it, Z, so that they can just see the actual size. Here it comes with a linen shade with texture to it. So again, a really easy to put anywhere lamp. I mean, it's a good size, it's not too big, and it's a great accent for by the bed or in a guest room or a living room.
Great
really
designer
anywhere.
item.
So really kind of, we're trying to hit the bullseye on whatever we do here that is available or interesting for the most number of consumers. So that's exciting for us. You know, whales are here we feel a strong category, so we created a bookend, okay, and there it is, just simple white here. These are out of resin. They have a lot of, all of this work is done on purpose. They're not mistakes, okay? This is all meant to look like an old found piece, and so this is a set of two. We're doing them assorted, two colors. We have the blue, and then we have the white. So make sure that you talk about the antique nature. I would hate for a customer to get them and be disappointed saying, I thought they were all supposed to be clean and white, and then call customer service and whatever and be unhappy. We're trying to get to the point where customers' expectations are met or exceeded. And it really begins with the sales team communicating that well. We try to do it in the copy, and we try to do it in our photography to make sure it's true to actual point, and your role is to help reinforce and set the proper expectation at any moment that you can.
But your customer, when they buy this, are going to need books. And the book that we have that goes so well with it is the one with the maps. Perfect coloring for this group. And great competitive pricing.
Then I want to mention that we always do well with candle holders here, and so here we have one and we love this because of the color, the ability to get these iridescent, watercolors, color palette here. So we have one here that's silver, and then a little yellow green, and then a little very light blue, and the mercury combination is really interesting. So you can kind of get a feeling about the approximate size, and also again, this has an antique look in it. You can see inside all of the antiquing or the effect that we're doing. So be sure to to measure that. We also have here a picture. Seahorses, we feel, are an icon that are going to be important this season, and so we have this seahorse picture. Has the spout here. It just pours out there, and it's assorted two colors in white and in this blue. And so up here you see the white one, and I'm going to put them next to each other so you can kind of see the color palette that we have here. It really is a really beautiful color palette, and to really match that.
Tom, these can be well used without using them as a picture. I think they're just great accessories.
Well, also with flowers, you can also use any picture with flowers, and they look great too. And so we also have a seahorse tray that goes along with this. 101 uses. This is also assorted. And by the way, it's not white. That's like an off-white cream color. Actually, Kirsten, white or cream? Are these going to be white or cream?
It's the seahorse is correct. I'm sorry, the seahorse flower in your hand is correct.
Okay, so it will be white. So I'm sorry. So the picture.
It's still a tint. It's not clean white. It's still.
Okay, but we can see the difference. This is a whiter white, and it will be that. So so there it is there. Okay. On the table, we also have a set of 3 ceramic containers. We love, I guess, hanging these accents with raffia, bring some of the nature in. And these are, again, it's summertime. There are so many flowers that you have in gardens, typically in grasses. And this just slips right in, and there's no arranging on it. And we just love the ceramic pieces that are hanging, from each of them. Behind that, Well, yeah, we are in love with shells. It's just our nature, and we are just amazed with how nature creates these. So we brought back a 5x7 frame. It was out of the line, I think, before, and so we brought it back in the 5x7.
I think we did it probably 15 years ago. The 4x6 still remains in the line and is one of our strongest and best repeat items. The 5x7 now is even more relevant because people can enlarge their pictures so easily.
And so here it stands, horizontally or vertically. Also on this table here, we have a fantastic new item. Z, you're going to have to get a little different, okay? So we have access to this paperweight, which you guys have seen. And what you may have realized is that glass often will be a magnifier. And so we thought of creating a container that you can put anything in, stamps, printed materials, natural sea glass, whatever, seashells, and then you can see what happens when you put it in there, it magnifies. So this is almost like a piece of art, and it's a dish that can really sit anywhere in the home. You could put jewelry in it. I mean, you could put sand and put something on top of the sand.
You can put a coin, you can put a stamp.
So there's so many things you can do with this, and so we're excited about this category, and we have a lot of ideas of where to take it. We also have these dishes here. This is a set of 3. We're just missing one size. They're whale, we call them whale tail dishes, okay? And there's the whale design that you could see right on the front of each one. And, I'm always looking for, if you have olives, for something, to hold the pits, or nuts, or pistachios, and you need something to hold. I mean, using combination of matching dishes is wonderful to have in terms of on the table. And so this is a set of 3 there. We have a new elastic bracelet set, and we did it with different icons here that relate to the sea. So the sun, a shell, an anchor, and so we just, again, took a successful item and colored it and repurposed it in a sense, in terms of the sea. And so we have each symbol represents a different, different sea. These we've had such success with. I go into stores, they carry it, and they always are buying them in 24s and 48s in volume. And it's a great price point, and probably one of our best reorder items.
Keep them both.
That we have.
Add this one. Don't just trade off.
Right.
And then we have a votive holder here, and we're picking up again in the theme of jute around the container and a hanger, and this has a really great iridescent feeling to it, and you can see the light just goes beautifully. This is a molded surface. Hopefully you guys can see the honeycomb effect in the glass, and so that's the first thing, and then we add the metallic and the color to it, and then tie it with the hanger. They're great just to sit on a counter. They're great with flowers for a florist to hang up or sit. So there's a lot of different things you can do with that. Okay, so let's go over here. We have a new frame, similar to ones that we've done before and we've been successful with. It has, first of all, 3 different sayings that are stamped on on metal. I long to be out in the sun with no work to be done. Time wasted by the shore, it's time well spent. And then sky above my head, sand beneath my feet, life is good. And so we did different icons screened here in a very subtle way, and then we have the hanging elements here that are done hung on a jute cord. So the combination of all of those elements that have been very successful, and we suspect will continue to enjoy great success. Back here we have a wall mirror. You saw it the other day done in white in Santorini. We love the design so much that here it is in silver. Again, this could be used in a centerpiece in the center of a table. I'm just going to pull it down so you can kind of get a feeling about it. It has an antique silver. This is resin. We're able to create such detail when we use resin on certain things, and to get these nuances and undercuts, we call them, is very challenging and can be really successful, and we're really done with it. So here it is here, perfect for the center of a table with candles and sand and shells or perfumes and arrangements. We're going to take a break and get back to you.